couple paintings?
Well, it's all gone. All the work is gone. It says
Okay.
there's a thing
Oh,
here
so
called,
it's all there. It's all at the gallery.
yeah. Can watch this. There's a sign. How do I get rid of this? It says this meeting is being recorded. Is there
Wait.
something to touch?
I just put got it.
No, you can't get rid of it because it is being recorded.
You mean it's just going to stay here? I mean, it's going to just, okay, now it's,
Yeah.
okay, I'm seeing you, Gail, but,
Hit got it.
okay. It doesn't say got it on my,
Just
I mean, I know that
go view gallery.
I'm doing it on the cell phone today, so it's just
Oh,
having some difficulties.
no. Well,
Um,
what's the theme of the show in September? Is there, I mean, usually there's a conceptual foundation.
well, I guess a lot of the things that I've just dealt with for a long time, it's called Crazy Paradise.
Good title.
Yeah, and it's a line from Marlene Dietrich's song Illusions. And oh, there are paintings that I've been on for a long time. Like a lot of them I'm finishing, I've been finishing. So there's a catalog that will cover the last show in 21 and this one. And I will certainly, Gail, send you one if you promise to keep it.
A
John,
catalog?
I got an email the other day announcing the showing, and there was a beautiful painting on it.
Oh, well, thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. Yeah, I did send some out. And there will be a catalog, and if any of you are in New York, that would be terrific. Or you can see it online.
Oh,
If you just look up that gallery.
Okay, Betty Cunningham. Okay.
Gallery, yeah, it's
Yeah.
in.
If you can send me an invitation, I can send it on to my cousin.
Okay, I'll need your email and all that.
Yeah.
put it in
Ellen
the
K.
chat. Ellen, don't say it online. Put it in
Okay.
the chat.
Okay, I'll
John,
try.
what if somebody wants to buy a picture even though you never think of them as finished?
Oh, we left them. All right, I prefer the cash, but I'll take your check. Yeah, we're very generous about that. But they're kind of overpriced. I mean, I'm just telling you this. Oh, wait a minute, we're on a big
YouTube, but it's not big. Don't
YouTube. All
worry.
kinds of people could see it. Me saying that, but
They won't. Don't worry.
so I didn't say that.
Okay.
It's a strange business. It's a very strange business in that respect. But well, you just talk to Betty Cunningham, and and it can be done, but you can see them online if you like.
Great.
John, have you viewed any of Hunter Biden's works, and do you think they're worth what they say they're selling for?
Well,
What are
is
they
he a
selling
painter or a collector? Is he a painter or a collector?
He's a painter.
He is.
Hunter Biden? Hunter Biden?
What are they selling for?
Well, some people think $500,000, and people challenge his artistic abilities and claims it's just a way to give money to the family.
Well, I
And he will not release the name of any of the buyers.
I'll look it up. I thought it meant he was a collector.
No, these are his originals.
Well, I'll look it up.
People pay for orangutan and elephant drawings and chimp drawings, so each to their own.
Well,
Well,
Art is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
his is more of modern art. So.
Oh, boy.
Brad Pitt is supposed to be a good sculptor.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there were reviews on him, and
Well, and George Bush is a painter.
But
yeah,
he doesn't sell his works.
well, some of his paintings I thought were really good. He had some,
He's
Portraits.
got some nice portraits.
well, the ones I thought were really good, and a reviewer liked them, is it's a kind of a man standing in a shower. They're very loosely painted, and they have, you know, like bathroom tiles. And it's
Okay.
kind of expressionist, and but he doesn't do many of them. He does mostly portraits, I guess, which I don't really like as much as I like the
And who's that? Hunter
George Bush.
or
George
George Bush.
Bush?
Yeah,
George W. Bush.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
you know, Red Skelton used to paint clowns, and he got a lot of money for them. And I was a little surprised. I thought that they were being bought at high prices because it was Red Skelton.
Oh,
Sure.
God.
That might help.
yeah, if
So
it's
I don't know
signed,
if that's happening with Hunter Biden or not.
yeah.
But I'll look at them. It just didn't occur to me. I thought he was a collector and buying all kinds of things.
I don't think so.
You know
Um,
who had a great art collection?
Oh,
Was Sonia
good.
Henney.
oh.
My
Ice
father used to work with her. He took care
Really?
of her. Yeah, and he was going to show her art collection because it was very extensive. The night that Kennedy was assassinated, and of
Oh,
course
no.
everything didn't happen. But I once went to her house, and I saw a painting on the wall that I really loved, and it was some gamblers sitting on little like crates and playing cards. And I commented to her how pretty that was. And she said, "Oh, we just stuck that up there. The other painting that normally hangs there is at a showing in somewhere museum."
Right.
Oh, well, she
So
had
much-
a really
So much
good.
for what I know about art.
It's not as
Her
normal.
collection was shown at Barnstable Park
Yeah.
Municipal Gallery at one point, and they were like leading abstract painters from Europe at the
She had
time.
Edward Munch.
And of course, it means that with us, remember the ruins of the Sonia Henney ice skating rink in Westwood.
Yeah.
That ice skating rink. It was ruined by the time I moved to Westwood. Wasn't it just right outside? I guess it must have been around Veteran. It was right outside of the village.
Right, yeah.
There was an
Village
ice
in-
skating rink on
Veteran.
Little Santa Monica. That's all I remember. I don't remember her rink.
Oh,
At
I know
all.
that. And hers was like like an outdoor thing, cement.
Okay,
Um,
talk to Justin, he's back. Okay.
I know the one you're talking about on Little Santa Monica.
Yeah, that's the only rink I remember. Her
Yeah, that was an
collection was the Sonia Henney and Niels Onstedt collection. That
I
was
don't.
her shipping magnate husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it was really good. They played a wonderful movie the other night on Turner Classic, Sun Valley Serenade, that she was in, and Glenn Miller's band. So there was really.
They still play that in the Sun Valley Theater in Sun Valley.
Do they really?
Yeah.
They have amazing shots of skiing, of skiers.
Yeah.
Really beautiful film footage of I mean, just beautifully shot and composed. And of course, I'm a real Glenn Miller buff. You know, that's what I had no idea that the movie was as well made as it was, and the shots of skiing must be very popular with skiers. I don't know, but
Frank, we haven't seen you for a while. What's been happening in your life?
Oh, not a lot, been busy sometimes, busy at 4 o'clock on the afternoon, but otherwise, I don't know if you heard sad news. Brad Rosenberg passed away.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Yeah. He'd
Wow.
been sick for quite a while.
Oh,
And,
that's too bad.
He left us 6 days ago.
oh, I'm sorry.
And so
That's too
gets to be added to the memorial list.
Yeah, yeah.
Where was he living, Frank?
He was living in Bel Air,
Was it-
not too far from where he grew up on Stone Canyon.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have a family?
He has 2 daughters, 2 wives, and 2 dogs.
Oh, okay.
And they're all living together.
Almost. It's weird because his first wife is very good friends with his second wife. So it's
That's good.
Right.
Oh,
Brad and I grew up together until I went from Emerson to Beverly Hills, and then we kind of departed. And Bill also, I think, was one of my buddies at Emerson, and and then we reconnected, I guess, I don't know, about 15 years later, and stayed friends. And since our birthdays were 5 days apart, we always celebrated together
How lovely.
sometime or another. And he was always 5 days older than me, so I could tease him up until the time he said, he said, "Yeah, but I'm also wiser than you." And just blew that whole
That's cute.
advantage that I had. So
Henry, what about you? What have you been meditating and being on the path? You're muted.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm up here in my meditation cave as we speak. It's pretty much self-contained. And I don't really have to go out. Once a day, I get out and go to an AA meeting or, something like that. But the rest of the time, I just stay here.
Oh, my God.
They're taking so long to rebuild the house after the fire that I don't think there's any way I'm going to have any of my life savings left by the time they're done. So
I didn't know you had a fire, Henry. When was that?
November 3rd.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
where are you
So-
located?
What's that?
Where are you? Where was the fire?
Oh, I'm in Hollywood. My home and my business burned.
Oh,
So I'm living in the burned out wreckage.
oh, my
There-
God.
my area wasn't touched, so I mean it smoked but not burned. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but
The insurance wasn't enough to cover it.
no, the insurance is more than enough to cover it. But I don't have any say in my life in any aspect at all. Period. So somehow the house wound up in my brother's name, and the insurance money went to him, and he hired one of his buddies to do it because it was a better deal. And it should have been completed 3-4 months ago, but it won't be done until next year. So I got no income,
Oh,
no,
my God.
yeah. I asked the construction workers, one of my brother's best friends, if he could bury me in the backyard, but he said, I don't think I can get a permit for that.
Oh, God.
But all of my dogs from when I was breeding dogs are buried in the backyard.
You don't need a permit for that.
Well, you probably do, but nobody's ever come around to exhume the bodies, so I don't know.
we
Yeah.
redid our backyard about 20 years ago, and found a whole bunch of animal bones in there. And we redid it.
Yeah.
So where are people's vacation for the summer? Peg, where are you? Have you vacationed? Are you planning or what's for fun?
Lots of little trips. Bill, I was just in San Ynez today, actually. Is Bill there?
Oh, you should have stopped by.
Well, I was with a friend, couple of friends. Her dog just passed away, so she found a dog up there, a lab. She went to this horse farm right near where you live, I think. I don't remember what street we were on, but anyway, we picked up this dog for her and brought back a
Okay.
2-year-old lab, so she's all excited. But it was hot up there today.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Remember the name of the horse farm?
I can find out. They're moving the farm to Kentucky, however, I do know. They're trying to
Oh.
sell it for
20 million.
30,
Well,
20 or
20.
30.
It's 20, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then
Yeah.
this lady had a house in the back and her husband helps, I think, with the horses and she raises these labs.
Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, that guy, he has a full racetrack. So it's a thoroughbred training center, but he
Yeah.
gets so frustrated with the regulations in the state of California, he's moving all of his horses to Kentucky.
Exactly.
And now it's up for sale for 20 million. The question is, there used to be a lot of horse training facilities here, breeding facilities, but a lot of them have moved out of state just because of the regulatory environment.
What
So-
I don't understand is why so many racehorses die. I mean, you'll
Yeah.
6 at this track and 7 at this track. What's the problem?
Because they race them too young and they break their bones and then they have to euthanize them. You know, these are 2-year, they're not fully developed. And, you know, but they all want to race 2 and 3-year-olds.
So
So-
how, they should be more like 4 and 5 when they're ready.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, you know, they're much more mature and probably better able to take the strain of racing. But, you know, they want to race them earlier in their life so they can get as much money out of them as they can. And get them through a breeding program if they're any good.
What I don't understand too is why they can't, like, if we break a bone, we cast it and it heals stronger. Why can't horses' bones heal after a break?
There are ways that you can put the bones together, but they will never race again. And therefore there's no value to the owner. So it's just easier to euthanize them.
Oh, boy.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
Their body's too heavy, I guess, for that.
Yeah.
What do they do? Lethal injection, or do they still shoot him in the head?
Oh, God.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh,
You don't want to know.
I think that's the movie. They shoot horses, don't they?
yeah.
no, the girl I was with today said that there were 2 girls, and one of them said that her husband used to, I think he raced horses or owned a horse. I wasn't quite sure, a racehorse. And that nowadays the Santa Anita and Del Mar are just not as popular as they were. That the gal used to go as a little girl and it was always a big fancy affair and it was a big deal and everybody dressed up and it's just not the same anymore. I guess maybe because of this, maybe because of the
And Hollywood Park also closed. Huh.
Well, it's that and off-track betting, and then a lot of the big racetracks like Hollywood Park, Bay Meadows became too valuable for a sporting activity, and so now, you know, one is Hollywood Park is now Sci-Fi Stadium. Bay Meadows is a big development. Santa Anita and Del Mar hang on, but who knows for how long.
too bad. But
Well,
So, Bill, do you have any vacation plans? Are you flying around as usual?
We're staying pretty close to home. For years we've been looking to downsize and we keep looking at places. We tied one up and we're going through due diligence, so we kind of have to hang around for that. And if we actually buy it, then we'll have a lot of work to do. So,
you stay there in San Ynez?
oh yeah.
I love it up there. Neat place.
It is good. Yeah. Good time to be buying, baby. So,
We went to that market there today. That's like the most amazing market. In the middle of kind of nowhere and was packed with people, and it was an independent market.
the El Rancho,
Farmers.
California something.
yeah, El Rancho Market.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice experience.
That's fun.
So you're downsizing, but in Santa Ynez, Bill?
Correct. Yeah. We have a lot of square footage.
I know of a nice little house by Bedford School.
Oh, on School Street?
On the hill.
Yeah,
A
that
nice
would
little
be nice.
house.
Yeah. I don't, well, anyway. Yeah.
So Ellen, any holiday plans? Vacation?
I just spent 2 weeks up in Flagstaff. And my daughter spent one weekend with me, and my son came in with his eldest daughter, and he spent several days with me, and she stayed the whole week with me. And so we had a good time.
Nice.
So it was fun. It wasn't cool up there, but it was fun.
So it's more mountainous, right? Flagstaff?
Oh, yeah, it's 7,500
Better
feet.
than being in Phoenix.
Yeah, it was better. It was lovely. I got to play golf a couple days, and Amanda did archery, and we went on hikes and walks, and we had a good time. So it was all good.
Yeah, sounds good. Frank, what about you? Holiday, summer
You
travel?
look like you got a tan somewhere too.
Who?
Gay. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I garden and read out in the sun and
And we went up to Santa Rosa for a long weekend. And had some enjoyment there. Visiting the
visit Santa
winery.
Rosa.
Yeah. A lot of it's been rebuilt. Because
Good.
and then I didn't go to the uni reunion, but I did go to the Beverly reunion, which was
Oh.
a week after the uni reunion. That-
Frank, I wanted to ask you. I
Yeah.
had two friends, but that were at Beverly, but I don't know if they were in our class or one was Richard Fancy
Yes,
and
he
the other
was-
was Dan Citron. I don't know if you knew any of those guys.
Richard I knew.
Did
He's
you
still
know
around.
him? Okay.
Yeah, he's still around, I think.
Yeah, I thought. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were
He's
friends.
an actor. He did some acting, I think, and yeah.
Did you know Steve Ross at Beverly?
Steve Ross? No, Roth, maybe, but not
No.
Ross. Yeah.
Ross. Barbara Schneiderman?
Schneiderman, yeah, she got married to the Supreme Court Justice of California,
Right, right.
George.
Arnold
Ron
George.
George.
Yes.
I grew up with Ron. We had both, our parents had houses in Arrowhead, and we went water skiing together. You know, it's funny when you grow up with people and all of a sudden they're in a totally different position and stuff like that. When you see them again, you still get back to junior high school mentality for a while.
Right. Right.
How many of you have been to Lahaina, Maui?
Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
Saddest. Whoa.
Very
Yeah.
sad.
It's
Very
hard to,
sad.
it's just hard to imagine that it was so devastating so extensively. Do you remember the banyan tree downtown?
Yeah, of course.
They I don't know if you saw this, they said it was scorched but still standing.
Yeah.
There's water in it. Mhm.
I saw the same thing in Santa Rosa after the Tubbs fire and the Paradise fires that were out there 2018. They also, that was just totally devastated also. That was,
I guess the Buddha blessed the banyan tree. I don't know who blessed the other one.
Which Buddha?
There's only one.
You mean
Well,
he
was it
blessed-
in a reincarnation? Does
No,
Buddha reincarnate? Does
There
energy-
there are many aspects, but there's only one living man who is the Buddha.
Who's
Mhm.
that?
So are you saying, what was he, 5th century AD or something? The
Uh,
Buddha?
BC,
No.
2,500 years ago, yes.
So you're saying that he blessed the banyan tree when he had a physical body, the one in Maui?
No, he received enlightenment under the tree.
The Bodhi tree, yeah, but that's different than the
Oh.
banyan tree.
No, that's the same species.
Oh, oh, I see. So you're saying he blessed all trees
Banyan
of that
trees.
species forever.
It was just good luck.
For the tree?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if this one makes it. I just have this picture of the people going into the water on surfboards or just anything they could find and being in the water for 7 hours until they were rescued, at least at
Oh my
night.
God.
I don't think that many people died in the Malibu fire. Either one of them,
No,
or the
Bunch
Bel
died in
Air,
the water, I think. Yeah.
or the Bel Air Brentwood fire.
Well, that was so long ago, who remembers?
We had that big Paradise fire. They compared the Maui fire to the Paradise fire of 2018. That's just in the foothills near Chico.
and about 81 people died there, didn't they?
I'm not, you know
That's what they
better than
said
I
this
do.
morning. Yeah, 81 there.
Yeah, the scary thing about that fire was it was a 2-lane highway coming down from Paradise into Chico, and it was blocked. So the flames were all around people, and they're sitting in their cars not being able to go. I mean, I can't imagine anything more scary, claustrophobic, terrifying than
Mhm.
that.
Mm-mm.
Um,
agree.
but
You were very close, Henry. You were very close to that Brentwood fire. That got really close to you.
Yeah, burned down every house on Tiger Tail except
Yeah.
ours and the one next door.
Whoa.
But if you gave me that house, I would not live there. The traffic on Sunset is so bad, it's impassable.
Oh, things. Yeah, I know that the traffic in LA. I visited LA in 2019 and I was on Franklin and I'm waiting to turn right onto Beechwood Canyon Drive. I was staying with Dave Rich then and I can't, the line was backed up like a block and a half to just try to turn right on that road.
gosh,
Well, you know why?
Well,
People.
oh yeah, but
It must have been during close to rush hour, right?
yeah, probably was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because they're all trying to get back to the valley. Yeah, the Hollywood Freeway is impassable at that time. Laurel Canyon, which is near me. If you gave me a $50 million house on Laurel Canyon, I wouldn't live there. I'd just sell it. I always just look at the traffic and turn around and head the other way. I know all the shortcuts, to get up there, but no thanks.
Yeah, I still live in LA too, by the 405 freeway, which we didn't have when we were in high school.
Right.
Well, yeah.
it used to,
When they were building the 405, when it was still dirt, we used to sneak out onto it at night and
Yeah.
drive to the valley on the dirt.
What's crazy is I lived in Beverly Hills and my girlfriend who went to uni lived in Brentwood. And I would go Sunset back and forth so many times, but I don't remember the building of the 405 freeway.
You did, I do, because I was there while it happened.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I just didn't go to Sepulveda at all, so. It was-
I
I
don't think,
when we
I
were
lived in
growing up,
Brentwood and I don't really remember it either.
Yeah,
it
We
used
used
to
to take
be.
Sepulveda over to the valley.
yeah,
It used to be that there was rush hour, but there was times in between where you could go down the freeway with,
Right, yeah.
unimpeded. But I
yeah,
think now it's
between
like
2
rush
a.m.
hour.
and 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. you could do it. And during COVID,
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, you're exactly right.
yeah. And
But
COVID,
now
during
it's
COVID, it was crazy because you'd go on the freeway and there was nobody there. My wife was
Yeah.
shooting videos. Look, we're on the freeway. Look, we're on the 405 freeway at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Look, there's nobody there.
uh, But now, is there any time that you can really move efficiently, or is it blocked all the, and slow
No,
all
it's pretty, there sometimes, I mean, you know, Sunday mornings I take the dogs to the park and I leave at the house at 8 o'clock and there's not much traffic then, usually, every once in a while. One of the great things that Caltrans does is they close an exit and forget to tell you until you get on the freeway. Oh, so if you get on the freeway at Santa Monica Boulevard, they tell you the next exit is closed. And they put the sign up just after you get on the freeway. So it's, you know, it kind of makes you crazy.
Is it hard getting into Westwood Village or getting into that whole area of West LA now?
Westwood Village is dead. I mean,
What?
it's really, it's not what it was.
What about
Really?
UCLA? Doesn't that keep it alive?
A little bit, but it's, you know, I mean, I had a store in Westwood Village and I worked there for 40 years and I just kind of watched it go downhill because of what happened is the malls came around and people didn't shop in Westwood anymore. They went to the malls because parking was much easier.
Hmm.
And then Bullock's became Macy's. And then Macy's closed and was closed for 2 years until now we have a Target and a Ralph's Market there. I don't know if you remember the
Are the Lindy building and the Kirkby building still really popular as office spaces? Because they
No,
were the
they're still-
buildings that started the change.
It's all offices now on Wilshire Boulevard, all high rise, I mean, high rise by LA standards, you know, 14 stories or something like that. But every place is a high rise. They're putting a metro.
There is no such thing as a 13th story because of the paranoia about the
Right,
number.
right. But I think I just remember my mother saying 13, they won't build over 13 stories or something like that. So, and Hollywood
Frank, didn't-
revival. Yeah.
Frank,
Yeah.
didn't the demise of Westwood start when there was a murder on the streets? There was a problem, like a
Yeah,
murder.
Westwood has many problems and part of it is the homeowners who want to, you know, bring it back to the 40s. Maybe the 50s. Landowners who can keep a place vacant for 20 years and don't care. I had a store on Westwood Boulevard. We moved out in 1998. We had, I think, about close to 10,000 feet. And it's pretty much been empty ever since.
God, how horrible.
They had
How horrible.
two
I
stores for
live,
maybe a year each in there, and then they rented out to the Democratic Party during the campaign.
yeah, I live on Sunset Boulevard, and an architect friend of mine said that we can go up 16 stories here.
Yeah,
But there's a body shop that moved out over a year ago. It was filled with Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all these expensive cars. It's been empty for over a year.
no, because getting a permit to build anything takes forever. I mean, that's why housing. I mean, the half of the cost of housing is in getting permits and getting approval and fighting the homeowners in the neighborhood and everything else.
No, with the interest rates, nobody wants to do anything right now.
Well,
They got-
that plus if you sell it, if it's in Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, we imposed a new tax on anything. They called it the mansion tax, but it also, as far as I know, applies to commercial property, which anything over $10 million or $5 million, there's a 10% tax on that. In addition to, you know, it used to be, it's like, was, I think 0.55 cents per thousand. Now it's, you know, now it's 10% of the price. So all of a sudden, of the price above 5 million. So you sell a $7 million house today, you have to pay an extra $200,000 in taxes.
Because of mine being on Sunset, it's only worth 4 million for the land, so I'm good.
Okay. Well, what you do is you sell it for 4.99 million and get 2 Lamborghinis in it to give them to you. under the table or parked in your garage one morning, you know, that's how some of that stuff would be done.
My garage burned in the fire, and
Oh, well, you have to rebuild it then.
I still have the gate across the driveway with razor wire on the top. It's 12 feet tall, but I've got one of those electric Porsches, and it's hard to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Any
No, I'm
other
ready to move out of LA.
fun plans anybody has for the summer, Ellen?
No, I was agreeing with him, move out of LA.
Oh,
That's why
yeah.
I'm in Phoenix.
right.
Well, Phoenix you live in, that's been nice and warm.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Stay inside.
Yeah.
Kathy Stone said to say hi. She's in Vail for the music festivals all summer.
How nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go for the leaf changing in New England for a few days.
Go where?
Go into Boston or to Massachusetts, western Massachusetts, and maybe Vermont or New Hampshire for the changing of the leaves in October.
Have fun.
Yeah.
You driving all through there? Flying and
We'll drive a
driving?
little bit, yeah. We got a wedding on October 15th, so it's perfect timing to go, visiting
Yeah.
around, and I have a bunch of relatives in New York, so do my
So you can go to
obligation.
you can go to John's art show,
Yeah.
his
Right.
gallery.
Actually, it might be open into October. I think it is open into October.
What do we,
I'm having a show of paintings
Oh.
in New York City from September 9th into, I can't remember the date. I don't have an announcement on me.
where it in New York City?
In New York City, yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna make the city
Mm.
on this trip.
Yeah, that was something that very much attracted me when I spent the first 7 years of my life in New Jersey. So all the time I was in Los Angeles, I missed the season changes terribly.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, we moved to New York in the early 80s and to New York State in the early 90s. And so I don't know, now I'm sentimental about the dry heat of California. So no matter what happens.
Right.
I don't enjoy New York in January and February.
John, did you used to paint in high school? Junior
I
high school?
I did. Yeah, I did. I always painted.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I started painting, I think when I was 7. I started
Wow.
paints when I was probably 11.
Do you have any formal instruction as a kid?
Not as a kid, I didn't. No, I really didn't until I got out of uni.
Did you take art classes in high school?
No, I tried one day and I didn't like it very much, and I just decided to wait. But I certainly put on the airs of an artist right away.
You had the beret?
Yeah, right away.
Well, anything else on anyone's mind, or should we say adieu?
Thank you for doing this, Gail.
Yeah.
Okay.
thank you.
Pleasure.
Gail?
Is
Gail,
it 6 already?
Wait, Ellen,
Gail?
what?
have you
Yeah.
talked to Jerry Brill at all? Because she reached out to me once and I've never seen her on the calls and I was hoping she'd be on sometime.
I haven't seen her on a call.
Okay, because she reached out to me. She had seen me or something on a call and I
Oh,
was
right.
surprised.
Oh,
So I was hoping, she'd be on it. Okay.
yeah. Well, we'll send out the message. Well, thank you everybody for hopping on, and we'll
Thank you for
send
doing this.
good thoughts that Henry's house gets miraculously
Yeah.
reconstructed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so sorry about that.
Bye, Henry. It's good to see you again.
Oh yeah, I haven't talked to you, I guess, since Dave died.
Right. Yeah. Oh well, it's good to see you.
All right, my dears. Take care.
Okay,
Stay
Gail.
cool.
Okay,
John?